Thank you. Uh, Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to everyone. First of all, I would like to congratulate her for being the first rector, woman rector in Segamat. Congratulations. Okay, yang berbahagia Profesor Madya, Dr. Sauna binti Zainon, Rector UiTM Segamat Johor. Yang berbahagia Profesor Madya, Dr. Akmal Aini Othman, Deputy Rector for Academic Affairs. Just now kata cannot make it, but last minute she can make it. Thank you so much. Dr. Basrudin Shah Basrani, Deputy Rector for Students Affairs. Dr. Farida Najuna, Ms. Mon, Deputy Rector for Research Industry and Alumni, UiTM Segamat Johor. Students, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of CGS CIMB team, we really, appreciate the welcome that you guys give it to us. We are really like, the welcoming is really extraordinary with all this crowd that we receive. Thank you so much. As you know, today we're going to celebrate, and we gather here actually to celebrate the launch of this student ambassador programs. And I was told it's about 53 students participated. And then ASEAN investment challenges that we're going to have this AIC. And we also going to have this a chat with the top management of CGS CIMB. You can ask anything if, for this particular thing. Maybe we can take any question and answer instead of we are talking about ourselves. So first of all, another thing that I really appreciate is, UiTM has created incredible talent actually. And we have, we want to thank you to all the lecturers actually to lift up the standard of knowledge in academic and to create a vibrant of future leaders. Congrats to you guys. With these spirits actually is encourage us to work together, to collaborate, to come up with something that we think for you to be ready for the job market. And I think by launching this student ambassador, hopefully you will learn something. You will learn how to look at the investment. You will learn how to deal in the capital market. So this is general knowledge that you can create no matter where you're going to be. You can have something to talk about, because this is about economy. It's not only about the knowledge that you gain from whatever you earn from the school. When you have, the knowledge of this economy and you talk about the investment, you can talk to anyone. You can talk to the foreigners, you can talk to the local, and you can talk to even, your own colleague just to gain this type of knowledge. But I really impressed with what we have. The one, in the lab, the one that you have the trading lab just now, is really look like a trading floor already. So this is a good thing. That is where you can start. And on behalf of CGSMB, we really want to thank UiTM for all the support and collaboration that you have given us for us to create awareness and at least giving us a chance to give back to the committee. Lastly, thank you, and we look forward for more events together in future. If you have anything, you want to ask anything about stock market, do talk to our people here. Yeah, thank you. Another thing, if anyone interested for the internship, that also another opportunity open to you guys. Congrats.
Thank you, Puan Azizah Muhammad Yatim, for the warm speech.
Dear audiences, CGS CIMB Asian Investment Stock Challenge is an investing challenge among university students in Asia, which enable them to highlight their talents and technical skills in investing. For better insight, let's watch the video. I would like to welcome both Professor Madia Dr. Sauna binti Zainun and Puan Aziza Muhammad Yatim to launch CGS CIMB Asian Investment Stock Challenge. Please welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, CGSME Student Ambassador is a program for student representatives to build a strong image and preparation developing themselves as better figures. Now, let's watch the member of CGSME Student Ambassador. Okay, so let's just kickstart this fireside chat straight away. Welcome everyone to this fireside chat with distinguished leaders from the CGSCIMB's Asian Financial Group. Today we have the privilege of gaining valuable insights and perspectives from the C-suite executives and management of CGSCIMB. And today our aim is actually to shed light on the capital markets and provide students like yourselves with a deeper understanding of this very dynamic industry, as well as a mean wisdom and practical advice from a C-suite perspective. In an era where financial markets are evolving at an unprecedented pace, it is crucial for aspiring professionals such as yourselves to grasp the complexities of the capital markets and equip yourselves with the necessary skills and knowledges that you need to succeed. Today, we have the opportunity to engage with our esteemed panelists, Mrs. Aziza Muhammad Yatin, CEO of CGS Mr. Alan In, Deputy CEO, and Mr. Khairi Shahrin Arif, Deputy CEO as well. All three of these individuals here bring a wealth of experience and leadership to the table, and we will delve into various aspects of the industry, exploring topics such as leadership strategies, navigating challenges, fostering innovation, and the evolving landscape of stockbroking in our digital age. So we hope that by the end of the fireside chat, you will not only have gained a deeper appreciation for the workings of the capital markets, but also be equipped with practical insights and strategies to navigate. So without further ado, let's begin this engaging conversation with our distinguished panelists as we uncover the secrets to success and leadership in the captivating world of finance. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I have Alan. I think just I think I will start with the question. My first question. Can you please briefly explain your experience?
$1 2 easily. So that's how I make money that particular moment. And after a while, I did not get a good service from the person that, like Remiser, who is actually the agent for this type of thing. And I decided to be one of them. So I took, and I went for the interview and I took for the exam and I got it. Then I be a Remiser. But after a while, it's not enough. Someone offered me another job as a company dealer. I'm not so sure whether you know the difference between remiser and company dealer. Remiser is an agent. A company dealer, you are working with the company. And of course, you're a salaried person. So after joining the company, I was given a chance to manage account under GLC. They call it like EPF, PNB, Co-op, Tabung Haji. So these are the big account, and of course the money is also big. So that's how it started. And you keep on trying and you keep on working very hard just to get the best of you. That's all.
Okay, thank you so much, Paneliza. Khairi, what about yourself? Share your experience.
All right, thanks, Jenny. So, yeah, 20 years ago, I was sitting just like one of you here. All right. I did my bachelor's degree in finance, and I also did additional diploma in investment analysis. So, I kind of like set into that direction. But I didn't get the first job. I was doing a customer service, okay, answering phone calls for about 7 months until I got an offer, and I got an offer job. So, those days, to find a job, you have to look at the newspaper, and somebody cut something for me, okay, in the office. Say, Khairi, you go and try this one. The company called OSK, now RHB Investment Bank. Go and apply, and hopefully you get it. So that was the opportunity, and I took it. All right, and from that, 5 years after I joined the industry, I met Puan Aziza for the first time. We worked together in Maybank. And then from there, my journey, I was with foreign brokers, the likes of JP Morgan, Citigroup. And then I rejoined by the local firm. I was with asset management, which is on the buy side. Okay, so if you're broking, you call yourself on the sell side. If you're in the fund management, asset management, you're on the buy side. So I moved from become a broker, then I went to become a client as well. All right. And then I moved again to do digitalization in the recent years before I joined here. So that's my 20 years journey. And just like I think most of you here are investment. If not investment, you are in the finance or business. It doesn't matter. I was having lunch just now. Say it doesn't matter where you start. Okay, what's most important is where you finish. All right. Always remember that. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyrie. Alan?
So my journey started in 1996 during the bull run, Malaysia. At the time, of course, our current PM now was the Minister of Finance. So times have not really changed much. He's still the Minister of Finance, yeah. But anyway, still, yeah. So I started off with a local firm called TA, and then I moved to a foreign firm called Caspian. Then I moved to another firm, which is an English-German firm called Dresner Kleinwort Benson. Those three firms, I started off as a stock analyst. So I like to look at numbers. I like to analyze. My bosses sometimes tell me I overanalyze, and I make the situation overcomplicated. But I like it. That is my first love. Yeah. So I analyze until one day smoke came out from my head, and my wife told me, I think you work too hard. So I decided to go to sales. So, sales people cakap saja lah. Yeah, so I also go and check up for about 6 to 10 years, sales, investment in CIMB as a private banker. So I talk to very rich people, tycoons, hopefully not typhoons, but family officers. So very nice people, some not so nice, but learn a lot from them. And I love at that time to meet people, hear their stories, and taste their food as well. Sometimes they serve us very nice food. So anyway, then from there, I came to where I am now. So my journey has been to take a technical path, then I became sales, then I became general management. So now, in our current role, my current role, I do everything. In all departments, I do sales, got to clean the toilet sometimes. I'm just joking, but just got to go to the toilet and say, hey, toilet tak bersih, mesti kau yang bersihkan. Or, of course, I make decisions. In management, we have to make decisions. Like your dear rector, your deputy rectors here, all have to make decisions. Yeah, we are paid to make decisions. So that is what my journey is like.
Thank you so much, Alan. Yeah, so I think everyone here, you can see that all three of them here, even though they sitting here together as a team per se, very different experiences. So, you never know where you start. And like Kyrie said, it's not about where you started, but it's actually where you end up. So I think that is something to keep in mind. But I want to touch and go back to Puan Aziza. You mentioned, you had different roles. You were once a remiser, and then you became head of dealings and so on and so forth. So I'm pretty sure you had to deal with a lot of different management styles, right? And leadership strategies. So my question to you would be, what are some of the leadership strategies or practices that you've implemented that has actually yielded positive results?
In actual fact, I applied quite mixed style of leadership, but maybe towards more democratic. So I think I always want to listen. What's the problem? So we need to find out the roots. So from that only I can solve. To make the company better, because normally the problem is the one a lot of people will think is a burden, but treat as something opportunity. So from the problem, you treat as opportunity. And another thing, to be a leader, you need to have a certain criteria, or maybe you should have, to me, you should have integrity. You should like, of course, knowledgeable is one of it, and then you should be approachable, so that your staff will communicate to you better. Because without communication, you won't know what's going on. So that is I think that's how for us to improve better if you are a leader. Because no point, a lot of people, they can be a manager. So manager and leader are totally different. So I think maybe is you can figure out which one is better. Yeah. All right.
Okay, thank you so much, Faniza. Yeah, so as she mentioned, honesty and open communication and a democratic style, and that's actually quite nice to hear because most of the times when we are faced with leaders or bosses or even our parents, sometimes they don't tend to be democratic, or you fear that they may not be. So to hear someone of your stature at your level to highlight these kinds of democratic approach, that's very, I think, very nice for all of the future graduates here lah. Maybe it's very hopeful for them. Hopefully when they go into the working world, they'll be able to get a boss like yourself lah. Yeah. But this, which brings me to my, now that we're talking about bosses, and also Alan, you talked about decision making, and I agree that when you're at your level, decision making is quite important. So I think I want to ask Kyrie, how would you, in your position, how would you approach decision making in your role, and what are some of the factors that you consider when you're evaluating potential investment opportunities?
Okay, so that's two questions. Thanks, Jenny. On the first one, regarding on the decision making, right? For us as a leader, like mentioned by Puan Aziza, we need to understand. She's completely right. The roots of the problem. You need to understand that part. And then also for us, we're new. We just joined the company. So what we did in recent time, we call it listening tour, and we sit down with the employees to understand what are the issues, the SOPs, the procedures. Okay, we call it listening tour because there's no supervisor. Their head of departments are not there. These are just the employees, and we sit down with them, understanding them because we want to listen to them. So only then, going forward for me and Puan Aziza and Ellen, we can make our decision in terms of our strategy. Where should we go ahead? In fact, in the last 1 week, we were in KK last week. We were in Kuching last week, visiting our branches just to understand on the ground. You have a virtual calls and everything is not good enough. We need to go down, meet up with them, okay, our branch managers, and understand what are the issues they are facing, why our business are like this and everything. And then yesterday we were in Malacca. 2 days ago I was in Kuantan again, trying to understand. So these things, going to the ground, understanding the roots of the problem, like Puan Liza mentioned, is all that we need to know. Get enough information, get to know all our people, then only we can make a collective decision. And of course, the decision making on our side, sometimes, not to say ruthless, but we have to make a very decisive decision, and we have to go ahead with it. So that's a little bit I can share on investment. Again, how do you make decision on investment? About 20 years in this industry, there's no shortcut, by the way. Okay, there's no shortcut. You have to read, you have to understand the macro, you have to understand the sectors, you have to understand the companies. Sometimes for our clients, the fund managers who are handling your ASB money, handling your tabung haji money, we will bring them to meet the management. Why? Because you want to have that face to face with the CEO. You want to have face to face with the CFO. Are they really telling the truth? It's not just about the words they say, but their body language and how they say. We want to see that. We go down to their plant, we go down to the factories, we go to plantation in Sandakan to see the real operation, to understand. So once you have all this, of course, as an individual investor, you need to be equipped with information, you need to be equipped with knowledge, and you have to try. You cannot just be, I want to invest, but never do it. You have to try. Even as small as, 50, 100 ringgit, you have to do it. You will make mistakes, okay? You will lose some money, okay? We've been doing that. Azina has been doing that, okay? No one can have a track record of 30 years of not losing money, okay? It will happen, but with a calculated risk, decision making as well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Carrie. Yes, I hope you guys were really listening into that because you would not be able to get these kinds of insights, especially something so technical or insider knowledge in a way, anywhere else. So I think before I wrap up this fireside chat with everyone, I think I would just like to get a couple of words from each of you. If you could give one advice to all of the students and future leaders listening here today, what would that advice be? Let's start from Aziza, and maybe again we can go down the line. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, there's a book about this. If you read about this book, Who Moved My Cheese? That is very, very good book. If you want to know why I like it so much, because this will, I mean, it will ask you, indirectly, it mentioned to you about that to adapt to changes. So because you're not sure whether your food will be there forever, so that's how you got to scout around and look for more. So don't wait. So keep on searching. That's all.
Thank you. Kyrie?
Thanks. I would like to advise all of you that to grab the opportunities. All right, don't wait. All right, whatever that comes to you, of course you have to evaluate it. But most important, don't just let go of the opportunities that is given to you. Okay, in different parts of my life, I must tell you that it's because I keep on grabbing all these opportunities. Alhamdulillah, that's why I am today. And then, someone told me, when you do things, don't think about the salary. Don't think about, oh, this is not my job and everything. Just do more than what you're supposed to do. Okay. And as I mentioned just now, there is no shortcut. Okay. You have to do everything. You have to know everything. You have to do your read, and you have to do the mileage actually. Okay. So that will take you very far. Thank you.
Alan?
Well, we only have one life to live. Live the fullest life. And there's this book, How Will You Measure Your Life by Clayton Christensen. I'm sure we all want to live a good life, end well. Read the book and gain the wisdom of the author in terms of how you should live your life. You're just starting out in this wonderful established university. There's so much ahead of you. And pursue a career that will enable you to put your talents to good use, and that it is not a job, but it is something that you can't wait to get up in the morning to go and work, right? It's not work, it is fun. So look for that pot of gold, and that will sustain you and make sure you end well in life.
Thank you so much, Alan. Well, yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That wraps up my fireside chat with the CEOs. If you have any questions, you may either direct it to our many plenty of ambassadors that you see on screen, and they will send it to me, and I will get those answered for you. Alternatively, you can also head to our Instagram page at CGSCIMBMY, and you can drop us a message in the inbox there, and I will personally see to asking the questions to whoever you asked to get those answers from you. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Please give a round of applause to our CEO and the CEO. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ungu, and all the speakers sharing the incredible experience. May all we take the benefit from what is shared and be able to use the knowledge given to the best and succeed in our future. Please give a huge applause. Now, I would love to invite Professor Madya Dr. Sauna binti Zainun, Rector of UiTM Johor, to give souvenir to Puan Aziza Muhammad Yatim, CEO of CGS Securities Sdn Bhd. Please welcome. I would like to invite all of us to have a photo session for memories ahead. I welcome all UiTM bots, CGS, CIMB bots, and students to have a photo session. Pelajar semua diminta berdiri untuk student may scan the QR code on the slide for e-certificate. May we all meet again soon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.